everybody, it's Rose Smith here from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you for joining me for the Courageous Capricorn July horoscope. Okay, we don't have quite as much going on as what we've had in the last few months, thankfully. We do, however, have a supermoon in your sign, dear Capricorn. So this is probably going to give you a bit of a shake-up, but it's in a good way. It's actually all about your identity and the things that you believe in. So that will be very helpful to you in the long run. Okay, just to briefly explain, I like to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. We'll have a look at your horoscope in depth as well. And if you are new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell. Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to the board, and here is your horoscope that we'll come to momentarily, but let's have a look at these cards first. Okay, so the first half of the month we're looking at, and I'll close my eyes now. What do I see for Capricorn? I see a giant river flowing. This is like an energy force within you, and there's a lot of water here, so there's some emotion coming up around something, but it's nice and clear and it's flowing really well. So any challenges that you do strike during July, you're likely to deal with them quite effectively on an emotional level. The card that comes up is the 3 of Cups. Yes, it's about your emotions because it's cups. We have a group of women here, feminine energies, in the fish's mouth. Okay, so this suggests that there's some sort of connection, socializing or something, but these are 3 radically different people and they don't always get on. That's okay. Go out, have a good time, and if you find that, you know, they're sort of ignoring you or something goes wrong, you can just make a mental note. But I don't think it's anything really catastrophic, or it's just like they do something, say something, and you just sort of roll your eyes and say, yeah, we know, and that's sort of it. But you do have a spiritual bond together, and there's a reason that you've come together. So, you know, be civilized by all means, and, you know, just park that in the back of your brain if something does happen. Doesn't mean that something will. It's just that these people are totally different to you. Okay, that's the first half of the month. Go out and have a fun time. Now, let's have a look in this at the second half of the month for you courageous Capricorns. Okay, I'll go with that one. Close my eyes now. Something about rainbows, ribbons, celebration, and I can see ribbon, and it's got multiple colours in the ribbon, a bit like the pride flag. The ribbon's got all these different colours in it. I don't know if that's significant to you or not. Which one we're going for? I'm going to go with this one underneath. The card that comes up is the Queen of Swords. Okay, don't let your thoughts get carried away. Sometimes you might have to chop your own head off to stop your overactive brain, dear Capricorns, because it just keeps on and on and on. Sometimes the brain has to shut up because you're more than your brain. Okay, you are an infinite being who lives forever. Your spirit is immortal. You also have emotions, and you also have a physical body. This is typically someone who has seen a lot and been through a lot, because she's seated on a diamond, and that's caused by heat and pressure. So she didn't get to where she's at by just having a nice lazy life. Things happened and she had to work hard. Capricorns can work hard, actually, and can be very intelligent about the way they do things. It's this very intellect, though, that is a double-edged sword, because it can make you go over and over and over stuff in your mind all the time. Just tell your head to shut up. Imagine a beautiful river, waterfall, washing all of the thoughts away. So there are times in your life where you have absolutely nothing going on in your head, and I can attest to the value of that. It's a sweet relief. Okay, so that's the second half of the month. You might just discover how much your head is in control, and you are not your head. When you die, you leave your head behind, and you go on as a spirit. And so that's why it's really important, because, you know, it's like you're at home with yourself when you passed over to the other side. Okay, let's make this a bit bigger now, and you'll be able to see, and I'm going to put that there and there. Okay, alrighty, hopefully you can see that. This is what's called a royal chart, because most of your activity is here on the western side of the chart. This implies that this is a month where relationships are pretty important to you. There's a lot of activity around your relationships with other people. There's a supermoon in your sign. We'll talk about that a bit more. A busy month because Mercury is jumping across 3 houses, so you have got a lot to think about. Just don't overdo it. And the new moon is in your 8th house here. You've got Saturn here in the 2nd house, maybe restricting your finances a little bit. But there is a lot of activity here to do with joint finances, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. All right, let's have a look at your horoscope now. 30th of June to the 3rd of July, Mars squares Pluto. Everybody's got this. It gives very strong desire for personal power, to achieve things, to control your own life. That's fine. Control your life. We all need to do that. Where the issue comes in is if you're over controlling yourself, like here, like this suggests that your brain is like got strict control of you, so you don't want to overdo that. Do watch for domineering people or being domineering yourself. It's important to have a sense of freedom and liberation, and if you don't live in a country like that, please try and get out. Now we have from the 3rd of July to the 19th of July, Mercury in your 7th house here. Okay, so it's going from the 6th into the 7th house. You're likely to be talking quite a fair bit about your relationships. I want to say I want to use the word negotiating, actually, because I feel like there's some points in a relationship that can be negotiated. You may also seek out the opinions or advice of somebody who is more objective than you regarding your relationships, and one of our psychics at Absolute Soul Secrets can certainly help you with that. You may find other people playing the devil's advocate with you in some discussions. I don't mind that, but when they do it all the time, it gets a bit wearing. But talking to other people generally will help you out now. And if you have had some sort of legal matter, there's a possibility that it can be negotiated to your benefit at the moment. You're more likely to be fair and detached now. Then we have 3rd of July to the 6th of July, Mars trines your ascendant. And this is, by the way, a very heavy month, July. So do be cautious with Mars for incidents and accidents and trips and slips and things like that. But with Mars trining your ascendant, it's very favourable energy, and you're likely to express yourself quite confidently now. And it's like you don't need outside approval, okay? You have your own ideas and you're confident in those ideas. You may have the courage and the energy to do something that you didn't have before. Maybe you were a bit nervous about something and now you've got more confidence you can do it. Also, your health and vitality are likely to be better, and you could need some sort of exercise or physical outlet for all of the energy that you have. The 3rd of July to the 19th of August, Mars moves into your 5th house here. This gives you a very strong drive for self-expression, especially to do with your creativity or maybe art or music as well. You could be pouring yourself into competitions or games, sports, leisure and pleasure, entertainment, and also romance. If you are playing sports or romance, not much difference maybe, you play hard and you play to win. So all your creative interests get an extra burst of energy, and your romantic urges can run high. And if you are in a steady relationship, it's likely to intensify. 13th of July, the supermoon in Capricorn in your sign here. This leads you to be more perceptive and more sensitive. You can be more easily affected by what's going on in your environment, so please make sure you're in a nice environment, a peaceful environment if you can. because it's like you're going to really be sensitive and really pick stuff up. You can even pick up the emotional currents of the people around you, almost like a psychic ability, which people don't usually associate with Capricorn, but of course it depends on what's going on in the rest of your chart too. So being at home is probably a nice place for you, somewhere where you can feel comfortable and relaxed. And because the first house is about your belief systems, your core beliefs and who you are and the statement that you make to the world and what you put out to the world, your identity might change in some way. Maybe you're interested in new clothes, hair or makeup, okay? 16th of July to the 11th of August, Venus moves into your 7th house here. This is beautiful for your important relationships. It is also a great time for meeting new people and particularly new potential friends or romantic partners. If you're in a casual relationship, it might deepen or go to another level now. If you're in a relationship that's been around for a while, you might feel that it's just going smoothly and lovely. People find you quite friendly at the moment, and you're likely to want companionship as well. You don't want to go alone. You want to be with somebody. Okay, if you are in a sort of permanent relationship, it's a great time to pay attention to your partner now. It will pay off for you. 18th of July to the 3rd of August, Mercury moves into your 8th house here. Could be a lot of negotiations. That does seem to be a word that's coming up a lot in my mind, is negotiations, a month of negotiations. And this could be about joint finances and shared resources or investments such as real estate or something that you own with somebody else. It could even be your taxes or loans that you maybe you're thinking of taking a loan, you want to buy a home or something like that. Probably not if you're in Australia because they're all too expensive. Yeah, there is a lot happening here. There could also be discussions about deaths, such as inheritances, or maybe you get a will, get your business affairs in order. 18th of July to the 21st of July, Mars sextiles the Sun. This gives you a fantastic amount of new energy, and you can achieve a lot now. You probably want to strike out and take the initiative, and you'll probably be successful at it, and you feel more positive than usual. You could be offered some sort of leadership role or an opportunity to do something that you've wanted to do for a while, but you haven't been able to. It might finally happen. 21st of July to the 22nd of August, the Sun moves into your 8th house here, again bringing joint financial affairs into focus. And it can be a great time to clarify each party's expectations if you're taking care of business or dealing with other people. And again, insurance, wills, loans could be on the agenda. And there's also probably a desire to intensify the level of intimacy and honesty in your closest relationships. Either you or the other party seeks a deeper union. 22nd of July to the 25th of July, Mars squares Moon. Do be careful here for incidents, accidents, slips and trips. Watch for irritability or flying off the handle. Sometimes your mind will run away into the future, and then you're not sort of concentrating on what you're doing now, and when you're not present in your physical body, that's when accidents happen. So remember here, take control of your head, okay? Don't let your head run into the future too much or go back into the past. But with Mars, it's often about the future. Okay, 22nd of July to the 25th of July. Oh, I just talked about that. 28th of July, new moon in Leo in your 8th house here brings a new beginning to these jointly held assets or property. As I said before, you may be thinking about taking a loan for a new property, and there's some sort of emotional attachment to something. Just watch that you don't react in the way that you always have, like it sort of goes back to the past. It could be better to react in a new way. Think about it first, But there is a new beginning and your emotions are more intense. 29th of July to the 1st of August, to end the month, we have Mars conjuncting Uranus. This is a bit sort of crazy time. Wild, daring, speculation. These are probably the key words here. Watch out for recklessness or impatience. It's like you want to be free, you want to be liberated, you want to be independent. That's all well and good. But keep your mind on the present. Take a deep breath, and you're Capricorn, so you can do this. You're quite, used to thinking before you speak. Don't get carried away, and just watch for abruptness. Look, you might have some crazy impulses, and if you have 10, one or two of them might work out very well for you. Just have a think about it first before you put you have to put your brain in gear before you open your mouth. Okay, we all have to do that sometimes. Alrighty, this is your horoscope. I hope it's useful for you. Thanks so much for watching today. If you are new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell. I would really appreciate that. But the key word I get for you is negotiations. You can improve your life just by talking to people, in a pleasant sort of way, and just keep that Mars energy within. If you really feel it's if you feel edgy or irritable, go for a walk outside, especially before important business meetings or before saying things to, people in your closest relationships. Okay, thanks again, courageous Capricorns. Leave a like, share on your socials, or leave a comment. That would be fabulous. Have a fabulous month. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.